What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Ordinary E and another video of fix or no fix. We've got another PC here, so we're going to be looking into this. As you know, any parts I find that can upgrade my system for free, obviously, I'm going to do it. But having looked at this in the previous video, it was a different color one. If you remember, I had the silver Dell 5000 or Dimension 5000, whatever they are. Actually, I think it was a different number. Have a look in the last video to see if it was a different one. But I believe I've worked on similar or same one of these before. So we're just going to dive into there. We know there's no parts for me, so this is going to be a giveaway PC. As you know, guys, as always, nearly every video is a giveaway, so all you got to do is 500 likes and then leave a comment below so I can pick a winner eventually. So yeah, 500 likes before the next video drops, and then I will pick a winner on that next video. But without further ado, let's get into it. As you can see, it's pretty dusty, so I'm going to just give it a quick wipe before I manhandle it, and then we'll open it up and see what's inside and see if we can see if anything is wrong, and if not, we'll try and power it on and see what happens. So let me give it a quick clean. All right, I've given it a quick wipe so we can now touch the thing. I haven't cleaned inside there. I have no idea why Dell would put something like this in there. You can't clean it, so I need a vacuum or something to get in there. But straight off the bat, let's look at the front. As you can see, we've got a DVD rewriter in there already, blanking disc, some SD card readers, USB ones, I guess, microphone, head jack, power, the Dell button, and a load of hair in the intake fans right there. So that's always nice to touch, not. And then it's got a lovely white powder coated casing. That is nice, actually. And then on the back, we've got the VGA, so we know it's an old motherboard with the old coloured connectors for, you know, subwoofers and whatnot, I imagine, a microphone, a mouse, etc. USBs again, internet, and this thing for graphics. And then on the other side, it's just another white and more dirt. Let me give this side a wipe. Yeah, really looks nice, actually. The case looks nice itself in white. I do like it. Now, let's open it up, because I can already tell, if you saw from the back, we're missing something big here, a power supply. So we're gonna need to find one of those. I'm running out of power supplies actually, because I did sell a bunch to pay for the monitor. But anyway, let's pull this back. That should release a door, one of these sides. Yes, okay. Let's release this side. Holy cow, it's a bit dirty in here. We're going to have to vacuum all that up. I'm not going to be blowing it. There's a bunch of dust. So this looks like it's fixed down properly. So I imagine there is a CPU under the cooler there. And then we've got a connection here for hard drive, which there's no hard drive. So there's no power supply, no hard drive, no RAM. And we do have a hard drive here actually. So we can't reach with this cable. We're going to need to try and reach over there. Plus we need a power supply. Now what do we need as a power supply is a 4-pin down there and a 24-pin probably there, and then we're going to need a SATA connection. I'm just going to connect a hard drive and that's it. I don't know if we want to connect this DVD rewriter, but if we do have a connection for that, we'll do it. Yeah, so we need a longer cable to reach that. But first thing we've got to do is find a power supply. No, the first thing we're going to do is hoover up all of this crud in here. That's what we're going to do. Let's do that. I won't do that. I'll do that off camera. Yuck. I mean, it is disgusting in here. There is a battery in here, so we'll test the battery, see if it's got enough voltage, and if not, we'll swap the battery out for good measure. This clip has come off. Don't know what that was clipped to, but it has a clip there, so I imagine it went onto, yeah, there's 2 holes there, so I imagine that went into there. So the SED reader, oh okay, so that's how the SD card readers are connected, using this ribbon here. Right, there's so much dust. Let's clean that up first before we do anything more. Before I use the vacuum, I am going to take this battery out, because when you use a vacuum, even though we've got the nylon brush, you could create static. I've never seen it myself, but there's no power to the board now, so we shouldn't be able to create static, and then we'll ground ourselves and after we finished. So alright guys, all the vacuuming is done. There was a bunch, and I mean a bunch of dust in here. Still some in here. There's still some obviously down in here between the cooler. So you're going to have to take the cooler off to get to that. But my God, this was caked in dust. Now you can see the circuit board. Put that back in a second. So it was that. So we got that done. We managed to get inside the hole there and cleaned out the vents. Right. So first thing we need to do is see if we have a power supply. Let me go and check my power supplies. Okay, in here are my power supplies that I have remaining in a bag. Oh, we need to check the voltage of the battery. Don't let me forget that. So first up, candidate is this. Has a 4-pin, has the required 24 pins, so that is a candidate. This looks like the same, yeah, but it also has more power connectors, so I might want to save that. How many wattage is it? This is a 650 watt. Oh, we won't need that much power, will we? It's a lot of power. Oh, we do have this. This is a 300 watt. That might do. It has the 4-pin. Oh, it doesn't have SATA connections. It has the old 4-pin connectors. Oh, that's no good. And then the last power supply I have is this one, which has the 4-pin, has the SATA connector, so that would work, and it has the 24. So is it 24? Oh no, it's smaller. No way. I didn't know you could get a smaller one. Well, clearly you can. So if you see the difference, oh, it may not be. Hold on a minute. Let me see. Yeah, it's smaller. I need 4 more. So that won't work. That one's too small as well. So that one won't work. So that leaves me with a 650 watt, which is a bit overkill for this system. But what we're going to do is put it in for now, just to see if the system works. And then maybe I can pick up a cheaper power supply, because I'd like to keep, I mean, it's 650. Pretty good, right? Yeah, 650 watts. All right, let's screw this in and plug it up. Yeah, as you can see, this one has, oh, wait a minute. So there's a 4-pin. Let's just double check this one again. Yeah, so I could put the 4-pin with it there, but then there's not another 4-pin for the CPU down here. So yeah, this won't work. Damn it. That would have been ideal, but we're going to go with this one in. All right, decision made. Or this one. What's this one? This one's a 400 watt. 400. All right, let's use the 400. The reason I didn't want to is because it had more power connectors for graphic cards. All right, we'll stick this one in. No, decision made now. With 400, because we're not going to need 650 watts. 400 would be more than enough, like 250 would be enough for just powering a CPU and a motherboard. And I did check the front. It says here it's a Celeron D, so it's not even a Pentium 4, which the last one was. And I don't think this is the same dimensions as the last one. It says E520. I think the other one was a 5000 dimension. So this is obviously an older system than that one, which is interesting, but it has newer connections. See, the old one had the old connections, you know, with the pins. That's very odd. All right, let's try this power supply. I don't even know if this power supply works, but that's what we're going to put in. All right, as for the power supply, so there's a sticker on the back here. It's called Integrator, 400 watt, 80 plus. Doesn't say silver or gold or anything. And it's by AeroCool. And it's got that nice detail, that fancy power supply usual brands use as well. Interesting. Yeah, it's wet because I gave it a wipe, but it will dry really quick. So don't worry about that. The screw holes are on this side and it needs to go in like so. Or I can go that way. Yeah, let's go that way. Oh, the ribbon cable's got dust. Okay, so I ran into my first problem. It doesn't fit because you see this cutout or this bump here is under there. And then the holes don't line up unless I can get rid of that bump, which sucks. I can't put it the other way because then the holes don't line up at all. I can get that one to line up, but the others don't. No, I can't even get that one to line up. Oh no, guys. So I don't have a power supply because I sold them all. So I wonder if I unscrew this and then I can put this part underneath and then maybe screw through. Let's try that. Okay, kind of solved the problem. So as you can see, I took the screw out so I can put this lip underneath and see if it would line up. I can get 2 screws and I think I could probably get the others in as well. What I'm going to do is take that back out and I'm going to cut. I'm going to mark this up now and I'm going to cut this notch out for this. That makes sense, right? Okay, so I want to cut out this amount. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's what we've got to do. Okay, I have managed to cut that out just using these things, whatever they're called. And I've left a bunch of sharp edges so you could cut yourself very easily, which is nice. Don't know what I'm going to do about those, but I might just press them down and bend them back so they don't really cause any damage to anyone after. All right, so yeah, you could probably still cut yourself, but it's better. So whoever wins this, if you win it, then don't blame me. I've warned you, don't go near there. Right, now let's see if we can get this in again. Yes. Perfect. Right, let's put the other 2 in. Look at that, guys. Gone with the silver screws because silver and white, I think, in my opinion, is pretty good. Right, we have a fully secured. The only reason you're going to want to come back here is to plug in. Yeah, you'll be fine. Look, I can run my finger over it. Doesn't hurt. Right, power supply in. I'm running out of power supply screws as well, so that's a problem. Next. What else do you need? Right, so now we have power. Ooh, let's check. What kind of RAM would this need? So as you can see, if you can see in there, when you have the RAM slots, I got 4 slots for this board and I've got white and black, So I'm going to go with the black because usually it's the furthest one from the CPU, which is here. And then you miss one and do the next one, or the two blacks, right? So we're going to do the two blacks, which are the two furthest away. And I believe this would probably take, let's see if my knowledge has improved. DDR2 wouldn't be DDR3, would it? Doesn't look like it. And the Celeron, DDR2, I reckon. Let's see if I've got any DDR2. And we check the let's check the battery as well. All right, guys, let's check the battery and see it's got voltage. I'm going to go to 20, I think it is, and then just check. It's giving me 2. So if we go to 2, it's giving me 2, but it should be 3. So do we risk it? Do we risk it for a biscuit? Let's get a known working battery. Right, got 2 other batteries here. Let's just see what these say. There we have it, 2.87, 2.88. And then this one is 3.19. Let's go with that one. So we can stick a battery in now. Boom. We know it works. We know this one doesn't work, so we can chuck that. Well, it does work. It's just got low voltage of 2. This is 2.93. It's close enough. There's some life left in that one. So we'll stick with that one. Okay, we've got the battery done. Now we need some RAM. And if you haven't already, get yourself a coffee. Right, now apparently with RAM prices in the market that I'm told, I could be sitting on a gold mine here. I have a bunch of RAM, but I've mislabeled everything now. It's all gone, that looks like DDR3 and some others. But I made myself a handy stencil that will tell me what the RAM is. This was back in the day. So this is DDR2. Lines up. What are your guesses, guys? I reckon it's DDR2. We're going to try it. Yes, DDR2 it is. All right, that might be my last DDR2 because I think I sold my RAM as well, guys. Again, to pay for the monitor, but also to pay for something else, which I'll show you that upgrade on the coming video. Right, we don't know if the RAM works. We don't know if the power supply works. We don't know if the CPU works. So all of those things are in the air. What we can do now, let's connect power. Just going to remove that. Right, because I want this big guy and I want to put him in first. Clip. Always like a click. Please tell me I've got a 4-pin. Yes. We'll try and do that a bit neater. My mustard and ketchup cables. So you know that would go for a graphics card. We may put a oh, we won't need a graphics card. We won't need power for a graphics card in here. You're the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. All right, I got her. Right, there we go. So put you down there and then you connect down there into a 4-pin. Can you see, guys? I want to go down there into a 4-pin. We've got this one into 24-pin. Hopefully it will work. Ah, lovely. Clipped in, lovely. Now we need to tidy that up. But for now, we will just put her down there. Right, the only thing we'll need now is power to our boot device. Got another 4-pin. What the hell? So this thing has loads of 4-pin. Well, if you get this, then you'll have a good power supply to upgrade with. So now we're just going to tie her into a knot, put her out the way over here. So we have power for the data drive. Don't know if this data drive has got any windows on it or anything. That went on a bit too easy. What happened there? Oh, it is broken as well. Let's use a non-broken one. There we go. Satisfying click. Suppose we can try and use that. Do I have any more? Yes, we got more. So we can do the drives as well. But for now, we can just... Oh, look, these are handy. We can just put that through there. There we go. Still trying to make it look somewhat kind of neat, right? Don't know what we do with this at the minute. In there somewhere. Right, that's it. We're almost there. So now I just need a longer one of these to be able to connect the data so we can boot up from this drive. And also, we might as well connect a hard drive, which is right here. Hard drive connected. That's going to need its own, or one of these USB connections, which I can use this one for. All right, if you want to play some music or a CD, there you go. I got you covered there. That can go down there. So we just need one more cable to connect this drive. Let me see if I can find a long enough one. All right, I think I found one in my box of stored cables. So this one looks like it's long enough. Go here and then straight down into you. Please, sir. All right, we got in. So now we need to manage this cable. Oh, there's another little place we can put that there. All right, awesome. Or we could run across here like so. What do you think, guys? Try it down here. No, probably that one. I don't want it to get caught on the case once it goes back on. Right, I think that's it. That is it. That's everything connected that I am aware of a PC needs. We've got a CPU. Don't know if it works. Power supply. Don't know if it works. RAM. Don't know if it works. Hard drive, don't know if it works. DVD drive, don't know if it works. Motherboard, don't know if it works. And there is a slot here for a graphics card. So we might have an old graphics card we can explore. All we're going to have to do now, put some power to it, hook it up to the monitor and see if it turns on. Okay, I've got everything plugged in. I've got the monitor plugged in. I brought the monitor over here so you can try and see. I guess all we got to do now is power it on. Fingers crossed, guys. No life yet. No life. Oh, wait. I haven't turned the power plug. Ooh, okay. Now, oh, I heard life. Fan spinning a bit. That was just a check. We got lights over here. We got more spinning. It's just turned on, I think. What do we have on the screen? Beep, beep. Oh, we hate beeps, man. I haven't got a keyboard or mouse hooked up. The screen's not turning on. Got to turn that on as well, I guess. Is the screen plugged in? No, the screen isn't plugged in. Okay, the screen's now plugged in. Oh, okay. It's alive. We need a keyboard. Press F1 to continue. All right, let me go and get a keyboard. Okay, we're back. Let's see what we need to do. Any errors? Yeah, alert, failure, fan failure, system battery voltage low. Okay, so we've got to go in the BIOS and just fix the date for that, I believe. No device, storage manager. Okay, I think it's all right. Let's see what happens when we press F1. Where is F1? There we go. Has this system got Windows on it? Has this drive got Windows on it? It has. It's got Windows XP. We're in, guys. We've got a working PC. My days. That's incredible. Oh, and there's 2 more USBs here, so I could have used the shorter cable using one of those. Very quiet. Wow, guys, there we have it. Windows XP loading up. We have fixed another PC. By the way, guys, if you're in the Essex area and you want your PC looked at by me for free, that I'm allowed to put it on my YouTube channel, and I will try and fix your PC for free. And if I have any parts that I can use, I will use them, but if I don't, you'll have to pay for them for now because I don't make any money from YouTube. But yeah, I'll have a look at it for free for sure and try and fix it for free. But yeah, awesome, man. Oh yeah. Oh, looks like we've got a bunch of stuff on here. Don't know if we want to show you that. Don't know what programs there are, but wow, congratulations, guys. We've done it. We've fixed another PC. We've got an awesome power supply. Seems to work. RAM seems to work. CPU seems to work. Hard drive obviously seems to work. Now we're going to check out the disc and let's see if we can game on it.